It's that time again. It's time for another Saturday night special where we talk about everything rockhounding related. Hope you guys had a great week. I got a lot to talk about this evening. On this evening's presentation, a lot of things to look at. Let's look at some new acquisitions that are now in the collection. Let me show you this thing right here. Check that out. Look at that. That is a piece of turquoise, and it is very interesting in that we have a pin backing it. Focus, focus. Yeah, it's a pin that you can put on. Now this came from, well, it doesn't want to stand up now. We'll just pretend it's standing upright. This came from my buddy Cody. Cody is a good guy. He's out here in Northeast Washington, and he has a mineral claim. Very, very nice guy. He made that. I think that's an interesting use for some significantly smaller pieces. I mean, it does look like, you know, it's backed. It's backed, and then he put the pin in there, which that's very cool. Well, the turquoise looks completely awesome under the microscope. I think that looks fabulous. I'm not a big turquoise guy per se. It's not really my kind of world. But having seen this under the microscope, I might have to change that. I might have to make it a little bit bigger part of my world because it looks very, very cool under the microscope. And I'm sure smaller pieces of turquoise could be acquired affordably. So, you know, affordable and looking cool in photos, I like those two things. I'm not sure where this piece came from. I'm sure maybe I'll reach out to him and ask him what's up with it. But very cool, very cool. It has been very smoky out here. We have had a lot of relatively close and large fires. I appreciate those of you who reached out and made sure that we were okay. But yeah, here, check out this photo right here. This is not the fog. This is smoke. Very limited visibility up here, and yeah, thankfully, weather has gotten better. We had some rain, and it blew out a lot of that smoke. Well, that is not the only thing that is new out here. I have something very cool that I have wanted for a very long time, and I finally have a piece thanks to my buddy Ian. Now Ian, you've seen him here on the channel a couple of times. He does a lot of underground mine exploration, and he acquired a specimen for me. Something that, if I'm being completely honest, I don't necessarily have the guts to go acquire myself, and I gotta find a better storage system than this. But this is, without a doubt, the strangest mineral that you will ever see. Look at that. Look at that, how fibrous that is. I mean, we have a piece of calcite in here. This is palygorskite. Now, smaller specimens can be had, but something of this size, this quality, like, he extracted this deep underground in a mine here in Northeast Washington, and now it is mine and forever in my collection. But, like, it is just so odd looking. It is so odd in appearance. I mean, it kind of borderline looks gross, if you can call a mineral gross looking. But yeah, Ian, thank you very much. I love this. I love strange minerals in the collection. I need to get a nice storage container for it. Yeah, it's so odd to have this flexible thing. I mean, we deal in the world of rocks and minerals that are typically not this. It does, when it's wet, it's like the consistency of, I guess, a wet piece of cardboard. It's like holding a wet piece of floppy cardboard. But yeah, very, very cool. I need to find a nice means of presenting it just like this, I think, like in that kind of orientation. So very cool. And one of the reasons I got the blue gloves on is because it is very crumbly and very fibrous, and I don't want it working its way into my hands. So that is a very cool acquisition. Very cool. Yeah, definitely go check out Ian's channel. I will throw a link down below to the Something Differently channel. Very, very good stuff. Lots of underground exploring. Speaking of exploring, heading out to the Henderson Flat OHV area was very cool. Some very interesting specimens. If you didn't see that video, you should definitely go check it out. Central Oregon. Central Oregon has so much to offer. It is, without a doubt, one of the regions that I am most excited about. Perhaps like Central and then going into Eastern Oregon. Really, there's so many localities. So many. Well, low quality thunder eggs. Low quality thunder eggs. Anybody? Okay, so I believe there's a couple of comments saying that like they didn't think it was a thunder egg. So I think maybe it's important to point out the distinction between nodule and thunder egg. Example, or geodes and thunder eggs. Thunder eggs have a rhyolite exterior, so the exterior of this guy right here is rhyolite, versus like a Kentucky geode, something like that would come out of basalt, andesite, sandstones, things like that. So the exterior is what sets off a thunder egg as being a thunder egg. So it's very intriguing to me to see a thunder egg jasper like this. Now, I would like to think that there's better jaspers in that area. If we take this piece as an example here, we have a whole host of colors there. Now, maybe this isn't the ideal specimen, but still interesting nonetheless. And I think it is an area that would be great to go back and explore. This piece of petrified wood, excellent specimen. I like this piece. I'm probably just going to keep this piece like as is, as an example of the location, and it will probably sit somewhere kind of like that. I think we're trying to focus on the shininess of the saran wrap, so we'll just ditch the saran wrap for the time being. That would be a very hard specimen to clean as well. So another reason to keep it all covered up. A little bit of an announcement. There's going to be a Tailgate sales event here in Spokane, Washington. If you are in the area, September 16th, Spokane Rock Rollers will be having a Tailgate sale. I'll drop a link to the event on Facebook. That'll have all the details for you. It'd be good. We'll probably stop by. We don't really want to. I'm probably not going to hang out a whole long time, but we'll probably stop by. Not 100%, but if you're in the area, we've gotten some screaming good deals at Tailgate sales, and I think this will be it's going to be just like that. Now, I wish I had a better example. And no, it's not a beer, it's a flashlight. The person that told me about this as these long neck beer koozies as a way of protecting your UV lights, I love this idea. I love it. Well, not here to talk about beer koozies, we're here to talk about UV lights. This happens to be the UV Beast 365 nanometer UV light with the filter. The filter. Well, hello there. The filter, okay? Nothing really special here whatsoever. That's not the point. The point is, this as a form factor of a light is excellent, right? Like, this is very man portable. You know, you can throw it in your backpack. You can have it floating around your house. You can throw it in the bin that goes with you rock hounding, and it is great. I have been very, very happy with this. I have, of course, wanted other spectrums, right? We have a medium wave and short wave spectrum lights. However, they get more expensive. Significantly more expensive and larger, right? Like, some of these lights, shortwave lights, are like the size of a shoebox with like a big handle on it, you know? And that form factor has never, it doesn't jive with me, right? Like, I want something in this form factor. Now, there's been a couple of manufacturers that have made them, and I would say the price points are a little up there. However, now I'm not endorsing this. I've never used it. This is just something that I saw, which has me very, very excited. I'd like to share it with you. The company Midnight Minerals is now producing a 255 nanometer UV light in this kind of form factor. Like, it's probably about this in size. I don't have a direct comparison, but it's in that range, right? Well, $140. And now I know some of you are probably having one of two reactions. That's really expensive, or that's really cheap. But what I like about it is, generally speaking, technology gets better or cheaper, and sometimes both. And, you know, if these kinds of lights become more available, and, well, maybe the prices either stay in that range or go down, that's exciting. That's exciting to have access to other spectrums that are within financial reach, you know? I love seeing that type of innovation happening. Maybe at some day I'll be able to get my own shortwave UV light, because I would like to do more exploration into the UV reactive minerals. You know, we've done some of that here on the channel, and, you know, especially coming in the wintertime, I have a significant collection that I would love to look at under a shortwave light. So very cool to see. I dig it. So one thing that has been on my mind lately has been, it's been YouTube, of course. You know, you guys know that I've had some issues as of late with YouTube and the lack of money YouTube now pays out. But just generally speaking, I think the world of YouTube, it's a double-edged sword, right? My buddy Chris, Old Guy Adventures, some of you subscribe to him here on YouTube. He put up a video this week. You know, he's been having some medical issues, and he's no longer going to be making YouTube videos, which I understand. You know, I love Old Guy Adventures YouTube videos, and I think you would too. I'm going to put a link to them. Please, after you're done watching this, go check it out. Chris has produced some excellent videos over the past 5 or so years. I think he's at like 160 videos. Great, excellent content, and I like his style. You know, I've had the pleasure of meeting Chris several times, going rock hounding with him. We actually met up not that long ago, and those videos are going to be coming in the future. But he produces real, genuine content that's not crazy, that's not clickbait, that's not hyped up, that's no nonsense, just him sharing his love for rocks and rock hounding. And if you could go over there, watch a couple of his videos, I think you would agree with me. Maybe leave a nice comment. But yeah, that's sad. That's sad. You know, I was hoping to have at least another solid 10 years of Old Guy Adventure videos, but go enjoy. I'm going to go back and probably re-watch some of those, you know, and it does kind of bring up this kind of broader topic, this bigger topic of what makes for good videos, what makes for good channels, and some of the channels that I enjoy the most, that I find the most valuable, and I like, generally they're kind of, I guess, smaller channels, you know. There's this disconnect, you know. just because somebody has a big channel doesn't make it good, and just because somebody has a little channel doesn't make it bad. You know, teach their own, I guess. But I would definitely go check them out. Maybe here on the Saturday night special in future weeks, we'll showcase some other smaller rock hounding mineral channels, which I think that'd be fun. There's a lot out there that I really enjoy, and you know, YouTube doesn't want to necessarily give them a boost. Well, let's give the boost here. We can give the boost here. Next week, we're going to be finding some very cool and green rocks. Check that out. I'm sure some of you guys can recognize where that came from. Well, thanks to everybody over on Patreon. Currently, the channel has, well, YouTube pays out about 1/4 of a penny per view, which that's not exactly a livable amount of money. However, the folks over on Patreon have definitely made this project significantly more sustainable, but I'm not exactly at the point where I would like it to be. If you want to support this project, watch the videos 2 days early, ad-free, as well as a whole host of other things such as giveaways and a lot more over on Patreon. You can do it by clicking the link down below, and the support makes this project happen, and I really do appreciate it, everybody. Well, with that said, I think we will leave this one here. Thanks for coming by, and next week's video I think will be very, very good. Well, y'all take care.